Good evening, good evening. Today we're at a bit of an Orlando icon here at the 4 Points by Sheraton on International Drive. This hotel opened in the 70s or 80s as the High Q Hotel, which was actually part of the Quality Inn chain at the time. Yeah, this hotel is located off International Drive, located right near Universal Orlando down that way, Fun Spot America right over there, and then Congo River Mini Golf right here. Let's take a look at this hotel and see what to expect. I love the colors on it, and the globe at the top has been an icon for many, many years. Let's go see what it's like. So I did a little bit of research about our hotel here. On the top floor, those are still guest rooms. Those at one point were a bar and restaurant when this was the High Q Hotel. But then at some point, the convention wing got added on, which also features the new breakfast restaurant. And then those are converted to guest rooms that have floor-to-ceiling windows, which I think is very cool. I would love to see what one of those rooms looks like. Here's a look at the hotel lobby. There's the market. There's the business center. And yeah. There's a little damage here in this elevator in the corner here. I don't know how easy that is to fix, but it's something that should probably be looked at. Alrighty, my friends, we are here in room 506 at the 4 Points by Sheraton, Orlando, located on International Drive near Universal. Got our key card here. The 4 Points by Sheraton. Let's take a look at this room here. All I've done so far is turn on the lights and set my bag down. All right, so whenever you open the door slams shut automatically. It's good. You got your lock here, and you got a deadbolt down here, and a privacy please sign. This hotel has a very interesting layout. As I mentioned, it was a Quality Inn sub-brand, the High Q, at the time that it opened. And it was very clearly inspired by the original designs of a Holiday Inn hotel. But this was never actually a Holiday Inn. And as you can see, it's kind of a circle, elevator to the middle, and then a surface elevator. Alrighty, turning around here, looking into the room, we got a decent size. You can tell that the hotel is circular shaped with the way the room curves right there, right there. Alright, so first thing you see when you walk in over here, on this side here is a closet. Pop that open for just a second. You see you got some hangers. You have some information about dry cleaning, and yeah, dry cleaning it appears. And then you got an ironing board, a luggage rack here, and a safe down here. Very nice. You can just shut that here. You have all the stuff you need there. Coming into the main room here, you got a desk area, TV. And you can take a look here. Nothing in any of these, I don't think. This one was left open when I arrived, but it looks like it could be like weirdly, yeah, it's one of those ones that doesn't want to stay shut. This one here, perfect. Huh. Down here, nothing. Down here, nothing. And then down here, nothing. Great. Alrighty, and then looking over here, we got our desk area where we can get some work done. If you'll notice, there is a little bit of a ding here. It's a little, like, it's not like rusty or like crap that you can like pick off. It's kind of just embedded in the desk, which isn't great, but it could be worse. Right over here, you got coffee, ice machine, free waters. They're room temperature, but they get the job done. You got a recycling bin here, as it's becoming more prevalent in these Marriott branded hotels. Then you got a mini fridge right here as well. And from the looks of it, other than that one little ding right there, I don't see any problems with it. So that's good. Coming over here, you can see the air conditioner unit here. Just can't turn it down a few. And then our view out the window. You can see the Wyndham Garden Hotel over there, as well as Fun Spot America right over there. It looks closer than it is. It is not a decent walk, but it's a little bit of a walk. From here, and you can also see the backside of Congo River Mini Golf. From here, Universal is kind of like that direction, if that makes sense. air conditioning unit here. Then we got our 2 beds. Let's take a look at this bed. First layer looks decent. Bed's pretty firm, but first we'll check the pillows. No issues there. These are 2 different types of pillows. You can tell by the way they press, or like you can punch them and knock them and feel different. Let me see here. Perfect. Yeah, no major issues here. So that's good. Looking at the top layer, I don't see any problems here. Then picking up the lifting this up, got another layer here in between. But so far, I'm not seeing any issues with the first layer or the second layer. So we can peel this back here, lift it up down there, take a look. I don't see any problems here. We can also take a look here, lift this bad boy up. Let's see if there's anything here. Nothing over here. Let me check right there. Yeah, nothing there. That was just an awkward shadow. Then you can lift this last piece up. So there is a good, oh, there's like 5 layers here. Okay, no, that is over the mattress. But you still get good like coverage from the mattress area. That's a little weird. But that's on one of the lower layers, so I'm not gonna complain too much. But that is a bit bizarre. And that's why we check the beds. Alrighty. And then I'll check this one later. Here we got our phone right here. Basic stuff. A pen, a branded pen, and a notepad here. You got your alarm clock right here. And you got a link to the menus for the different restaurants in this hotel. Their breakfast and then their dinner options. Well, these don't want to stay shut either, do they? That's funny. I will note that whenever I checked in, they gave you this nice sheet of paper here, which gives you some good tidbits about the hotel. Thanks for being a member, how to access the Wi-Fi, housekeeping. There is a shuttle to Universal Studios and Epic Universe. It departs from the rear of the hotel. And you also got different amenities here. The restaurant, there's your prices that include tax and gratuity. You also got an arcade, a pool bar, a pool, fitness center, the pantry, and the front desk. And you also got some other tidbits around the different floors. You can peek out here. Alright, let's take a look here at the bathroom. First impressions are pretty solid. Ignore my drink. Howdy howdy. You got some tissues right here. A cup here. You got your sink here. Looks like it gets the job done. You got some soap here. Active branded. You got some towels right here. No concerns there. Under here, there's not really any storage space, which feels like a missed opportunity. Back behind the door here, you got your mirror. Howdy howdy. More towels right here. I know I'm only staying for one night, but I feel like it's a missed opportunity to not have more down here. You do got your toilet paper here. Only one of the rolls has the little folded corner thing like that I like, whatever hotels do. Trash can right here. And you got your toilet. Not looking that bad. I don't have any issues with it. And we can flush it. Yeah, no problems there. Then here we have our shower. Curved shower rod always makes it better. So you got your soaps here. It's in these reusable container thingy-bobbers. So you got, different types here. And you also have a bathtub, so I like that you have the option here. And then we can turn the water on. Good pressure down there. And then from the shower, you got soap right here. And it's not the best water pressure that I've seen, but it can get the job done. But yeah, all things considered, I don't have any major complaints with this room right off the bat. It's solid. It's a good budget option if you're going to Universal Studios or the iDrive attractions. And yeah, pretty cool so far. Definitely can't complain yet. If there's anything else that comes up, I'll update you, of course. One thing I did appreciate was that I received a 1 free handcrafted beer or wine coupon upon check-in. And I definitely think that's a good gesture that definitely benefited my view of the property. kind of minor, but also kind of weird, is there's tape here. I would assume that that means this piece here was falling off, and then this the drape here is also kind of falling apart. Like, I mean, it's functional, it works, it's just not the best presentation. I noticed that when I was opening or closing over here, and it just looks kind of bizarre. But like, it's functional. And it's a budget hotel, so I'm not entirely surprised. Or at least this place advertises itself like a budget hotel. Coming from the lobby right here, you have some meeting space down this hallway here. And then here's where the Tropical Palms Breakfast Restaurant is at. I don't know if this is just for today or if it's the permanent thing. But those are the hours if it is open. It's got some restrooms here. And this vending machine here that actually has, it's like a CVS Express. At least at one point it was called that. You got just your meds, you know, the usual stuff. Toothbrush, toothpaste, Band-Aids, all the good stuff. And that's right off the lobby, which is right over there. Over here we have a market area. All kinds of different snacks, drinks, all that fun stuff. You just get it here, and you pay over here at the kiosk. Pretty cool setup, if I do say so myself. Alrighty, so right off the elevators down there, just continuing down this path past the lobby, you have your arcade room here. Got some good games here. Halo, Super Bikes. You got some music that might get me copyrighted, air hockey, as well as some claw machines over here. Ooh, I like rubber ducks, that's fun. Little keychains from these Japanese style claw machines. Token machine, more candy machines. Another claw machine here. And then the game Swing and Smash. That Pac-Man game looks fun, actually. And, of course, a boxing game. Fun times. You could have a lot of fun in this little arcade here. Okay, I gave in. Let's see if I can win this blue thing here. Maybe this Superman. Probably not, but we can see what happens. Oh, that was easy. Bravo. Let's go for Superman. Actually, Superman's not going to be gettable. Let's go for this dog here then. I think he's from one of the... Yeah, I figured that wasn't going to happen after getting one here. Because usually these things are on payout rate. I got a Grande Unicorn Coffee plush. Excellent. Just my luck. And then out there, it's a little hard to tell because the area is closed. You also have your pool area out there. And then a pool bar as well. And some games, it looks like. Fun times. The breakfast here was about $20, but you have a lot of options. It's always a good thing. You can never complain about having options. As you can see, it's a pretty solid breakfast. All things considered, but I'm not sure if it's worth that price tag. But yeah, that's breakfast at the Sheraton 4 Points.